Hello folks! Welcome to the PolyChampions YouTube! Today, ArcticWolves teammates Palanq and Vlad will review their PolyChampions 2v2 game. You'll hear how these teammates coordinated for effective plays, including helping unsiege an ally, how to expand city borders as an offensive tactic, and setting up devastating night chains. Let's watch the replay!
Hi, I'm Palanq. I've been playing Polytopia for a couple of years, and I've been in PolyChamps since August 22.
Hi, I'm Vlad, or Stefano Shawa's my in-game name. I've been playing Polytopia for 3 years, and I joined the PolyChamps League in May 2021.
All right. So I'm in the east corner here, and Vlad is in the south corner, and Vlad is Yadakk. So
Yes.
we picked Ely and Yad here. It's a 4-point game. We like Ely in general because of the opportunity to see ruins, and Yad versus Zebasi as a initial choice for a 4-point game.
We kind of chose Ely and Yad because they're easy to expand with. But yeah, both choices are pretty good.
Yeah.
It's just about player taste.
I like what you said about choosing Elyrion to see the ruins, because in a team game, that helps you and your teammate.
Yeah, totally. It's especially better in 3v3, but it helps in 2v2 as well. Okay, so let's get started with the game. I'm going to turn shared fog off for watching the replay. Okay. So
Right.
we have kind of standard openings here.
Standard opening, I see Palanq couldn't poly push. Here,
Yeah.
their Ely skipped their TT second. Skip that capture to get forestry. We skip the ruin. And just expanded early. They have a pretty good opening.
So far, pretty standard stuff.
Here, I don't like that they took hunting. I would really would have taken the riding before. I see they could upgrade both cities to level 3 just with hunting and farming. That's a nice choice. But you know, they could also notice that they are kind of central, so a wall in the second city would have been a good idea to keep for later. They kind of burned to that early. But yes, unfortunately, but thankfully for them, it was not a bad choice. Here, this explorer didn't go as expected. And, well, we didn't really know. We just saw afterwards that they took an explorer, so we had to play.
Oh, their explorer went the wrong direction. It went, and yours did too. Both of your explorers.
Ours as well.
Oh, went the wrong
This is very disappointing.
Thankfully, you could have taken this other one.
Yeah.
That did go well.
There's a good explorer doing what you want.
Well, mostly
here
good.
Here we noticed there are two cities which were kind of far from their cap. Like, the further these two central cities were, it's harder for them to defend. So here we kind of decided we have to go pretty aggressive. Thankfully, for that free polytaur city, we expected to pump all those polytaurs soon. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, the explorer is kind of disappointing, but we do see these two cities in the back, and they have decent.
We also saw that we didn't really have many ruins, but they did. Thankfully, we actually took them earlier than they did, but yeah. I think we can continue. Here I start expanding.
So you went with Org.
Thankfully went well.
Org is a pretty standard opening for Yadakk. Oh, that's a beautiful explorer. Very nice.
Yeah, it actually helped. Here, I kind of regret the choice that I took Workshop. I should have waited a turn to break fog and actually take an explorer into Zeb's capital. Here they upgraded their level 3 cities. if I were them, I would be scared to take resources in the second city. I would have taken a wall. But yeah, I guess that's their choice. Here we got scared that we saw their Ely had this free polytaur city next to me. And unfortunately, this explorer went really, really well. They actually got all the vision they needed.
Yeah, but you
Yeah.
didn't know.
Well, you can tell whether
Yes.
your opponents have taken Explorer on a given city
Correct.
by, I mean, you can see from the icon.
Or
Yeah,
from
here we
the
siege. We don't expect this to hold.
yeah, you can
You
see
already
either
took
from
riding before us.
Hmm.
At this point, they were kind of in a better position than us, I think. But they couldn't defend these two central cities, which you can see right now. We just start hitting them. We get some poly pushes here. I think we did the math, and we realized for a fast egg early, we needed to get those back to cities for bazaar,
Yeah.
or at least for the road connections. I just keep building my eco.
There was the option of moving all those polytars towards the central cities and trying to take them, but it's kind of risky. If they defend them, it really delays the capture of the back two cities for me. So overall, I think it was the right choice.
Here we noticed they took the workshop, so we already assumed that they had a very good explorer. This was
Right.
the
They would have
third
not.
shit explorer we had from a ruin.
Actually, this one was okay because it got me the vision to meet Zebasi
I think, yeah.
in a couple
And you got the
turns.
stars from me as well.
Yeah, getting
Which
the
was
stars
just,
is really
I was just
important.
above 2020.
at this point it looks pretty even, except Zebasi has a little bit more, but it looks fairly balanced.
This turn was a bit scary because Vlad gets sieged twice, but we managed to defend
Yes.
with the one polytar I have over here, which was necessary in the south.
I think here it was kind of blunder to get the archery. I don't know why they actually did that. Thankfully, Palanq could help me on siege.
Archery is like kind of an interesting choice here. It's usually not what you do.
Especially since they're further from those two cities that they could use to defend.
Yeah.
Archery didn't pay off here.
Mhm.
Here we see this. Zebasi didn't really put it.
So here, sorry.
Yeah, continue.
I was going to say, yeah, this crazy thing where I build 3 roads to siege it here. I decide like, well, I can siege with building 3 roads up for my rider here. It's kind of a risky play, saying, well, maybe Elyrion, made a mistake and didn't have enough units to unsiege. So I don't know if it was good or not.
We kind of gambled on them being unable to unsiege.
Right, and I moved.
They actually managed to
move this rider here to help block and potentially, because you don't know if there's another city back here, and if there's not, maybe there's not enough units to unsiege.
We knew that there was no city because we could see all the borders of their capital, but there could still be troops.
Right.
And I think there actually was one.
Yeah.
Yeah, there actually was one.
Like they have one troop back here, so like that saves them.
It was a gamble, but eventually those roads you've built actually helped the next turns as well, so it was a good investment.
Yeah. It's kind of like, well, it's a gamble. Either you win the game or you kind of waste roads on something you don't need immediately, but they're still useful later. So.
Here we managed to unsiege, and that Zebasi rider movement was weird because it kind of told us that they didn't have enough vision on us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they would not have moved in that way.
I just want to highlight that that's the beauty of team games, is your teammate can come help save your butt. If your city gets sieged, your buddy can come and help unsiege.
Yeah. And eventually we actually really saved our ass a lot of times. Here I got a gate, which allowed me to get this farming ender giant. The turn 9 giant was really helpful there. We thought we could use this giant to kind of push into their alley. But yeah, I just started clearing and playing, not really defensive, I was playing defensive early.
You see Zebasi now just getting those other villages in the west. So, what's...
So this wall.
I think we forgot about that option. We set up to siege that city.
Well, I don't know.
Wait, what
I
happened?
mean, it's like we
Explain.
forced
Wait,
the
go
wall.
back. Go back. What happened?
Okay. So
Here
we
we
see
kind of
here. I obviously don't expect this to hold because at this point I can see how many. I mean, I can see the archer and I can see the polytaur. So we don't expect these to hold. We're just sieging to deny stars. But in addition to unsieging, Ely here takes a wall in the central city with gated power.
We did set up our riders to be able to siege again next turn, and we didn't expect this.
But at least you forced the wall, which denies 5 stars, and it's a good play from them to get the wall here.
And are you planning to get a dragon somewhere? How are you setting that up?
Yeah, we wanted the road connections, especially. We also had math.
Yeah, plan for the first dragon is going to be after taking sanctuaries in these back cities and connecting up.
High-level sanctuaries helped. Here, I rode these giants. I was expecting to be able to take the city with the giant. So I just pump my eco at this point. I'm kind of stuck at 4 cities, which kind of sucked compared to all the cities their Zeb had. And higher level in mine.
But it is 4-4.
And they placed all those troops there, being able to siege my giant. And that really sucked. Because at this point I couldn't really push with the giant anymore. I was forced to go back for it not to die. I was planning on getting 2 giants at that point up there and siege with 1 blocking and 1 in the front. Here they had a sneaky warrior in the back. We knew about it 3 turns ago.
Where's the sneaky warrior?
This had a in the fog we didn't really see, but there was actually 1 warrior. We talked about it long
it's going for that ruins.
Ely probably had vision. It had vision on that. Yeah, every single turn you'll kind of see.
Like it's here and then it kind of sneaks down and we got it to hit it once. But yeah, it was in our fog. But you just keep track of it. Make sure you can get it before it gets the ruin. I think we were on turn 12 here.
At this point,
I don't remember when we were, but
Yadakk is not doing well. There's a lot of pressure. You keep having to unsiege, and then Palanq's Elyrion keeps saving you.
Yeah. So mid game
they had six cities, so they could push for a bazaar. I think. Yeah, they took the bazaar here in this turn.
Right. They can. I think our incomes are kind of similar too, but
yeah, they had nice sanctuaries. We also did
2025, 1920. Okay, so it's kind of similar. I have better income actually by 5 because of my better sanctuaries, I think. But yeah, let's go back to individual fog and resume.
So here they connect to get a bazaar. And it's funny because after all their ally got 6 cities, their Zeb had only 5. So it was natural for Zebasi to actually take this level 1 city away from Ely. So they also get a bazaar.
Right, they do that.
So both of them had a bazaar, but we didn't. So here they took that egg, which scared us. because I think you also had one. Next
Do you
turn.
have an
I
egg?
think I get it next turn.
Next turn, okay. They have one egg and you don't have it yet. But soon.
Yeah.
Oh,
So I
swordsman!
got this
Swordsman in the very
swordsman
back.
in the back. This is the most useless
I
thing.
think
Yeah.
this turn, every single one of us, like me, you, and their Zeb, took a swordsman ruin. All three of us.
Oh,
That was
really?
actually funny.
Yeah, but this
I
guy
didn't notice that.
actually, in like 1, 2, 3, 4, like in 5 or 6 turns, actually sieges this city and holds it.
The wall city.
Okay,
Little
so that
spoiler.
swordsman will do great things. Just give him time.
I think a Star's ruin would have been better, but still.
Well, of course.
Here you took math,
Took math for the
border grow,
border growth and egg.
Okay,
border
like we
growth
talk
and
about.
offensive.
Can we zoom in on that? Why getting border growth there? Was that the only way to get the egg, or can you get 2 there?
The border growth
It was
was
like a defensive movement, I think.
Yeah, it's so that this tile of road can only be used by me. That's felt kind of important for the long term. That like Ellie wouldn't be able to road across this section of 4 tiles.
It was
Right.
strange because their Ely didn't really have any rider but had roads.
Yeah, so we expect riders, right? You know, we expect them to be coming with riders.
So it was more
soon,
an offensive expansion because if the road is in neutral territory, anybody could use it. You expected them to send riders. They don't have it, but you were getting ready
Yeah.
for that. Yeah.
Yeah, and also like there's a bunch of trees here. There's 2 fruits. There's probably I don't have organization yet, but there's probably farms on these empty tiles, as far as I know. It seemed like the right call.
Yeah.
In general, on dry lands, you gotta take a couple border grows.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense to. Oh, there's also this tree south of the city, which is useful for
The sawmill.
Yeah.
useful for the
Sawmill.
sawmill as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
And so like I think we mathed it out for like how many eggs we could get with this. You know, ultimately it costs you like 6 stars to get border growth instead of population, because the population is, you know, gives you 3 free population, but like we have cheap resources here, the 2 fruits and like 1 tree. So
Yeah.
you know, paying 6 stars
Yeah.
for controlling these things and potentially getting like a better sanctuary spot and all that is definitely worth it. Yeah.
All right. What happens next? You get your egg.
Yeah. So I move my unit so I can push another warrior out there. I'm getting a bunch of warriors just to like have enough units to eventually siege this thing.
You start pressuring their egg there.
Yeah. Yeah. Similarly, Zebasi could probably tell that you didn't have vision on that city because you your rider were there.
I already took the knight last turn, I think. I
Oh,
already
yeah,
had
yeah.
the knight.
Okay. Yeah.
Wait, you have knights?
Yeah, so
Wait, I missed
we just
that. When did you get chivalry?
I
I think
this turn.
we can just this turn. 38 stars, just built one
Yeah.
rider.
I think we worked this out from the previous turn.
Yeah, I
that
saved a
you-
lot of stars.
Right?
So did you get
Like, we
free
don't-
spirit and shiv on the same turn? Can you see the tech
Yeah,
tree?
and the rider.
Yeah.
12, 16.
Yeah, so we have exactly 38 to get the 12 and
I
16
think
and
I
another 8
even
for
had
Emma.
to disband a warrior to get a rider instead.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
remember well.
No.
So you planned
No, I
it out.
didn't.
You just
Wait,
added,
It's a possibility.
but you
See
added it
that
up and decided to
swordsman?
get knights.
They also took a swordsman on that mountain ruin.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you know, at some point you have to switch from just making riders to getting a knight. And this was a good time for it.
Yeah, the key is you got to save up the stars and then, yeah, wait for the
We finally got some riders.
Okay, so this is a good time to pause and talk about this next turn, I think. So between my vision and Vlad's, we can see this egg here, and this was kind of a difficult turn to plan. This is the first night, we don't know if they can see it or not. So, it's not clear if they have set up to defend against knights. It kind of looks like they are spacing their units nicely. But I don't know. Do you want to talk about this, Vlad? We got some help from Tomas here.
Yeah, Tomas helped us a lot. First of all, you can see they had archery, so they had a defense bonus on all those warriors and the egg. So a knight wouldn't have killed them. And thankfully, Palanq was playing before me. So he started hitting with riders and placing a lot of riders, so we can actually kill their egg.
Yeah, so let's just show these next two cards. Yeah. So this is a trick
setting up.
When you don't have a peace treaty with your ally, you can set up your own riders to help with the knight chain. So this was a kind of difficult turn to plan, but
wait, so you sacrificed, you sent your knight to sacrifice your own teammates?
Yeah.
Wait. Oh.
Check this out.
I was killing Palanq's riders and ended up with that siege.
I'm so happy with this move, right?
Wait, so let's do a replay. Show that again. So you deliberately chose not to get. Well, do you even have shields? You don't even have shields yet.
No.
Okay.
So let me turn fog off.
Okay. So you didn't even have the option to get peace, but you decided to kill your allies' troops to set up that long knight chain so that knight would siege the opponent Elyrion.
Right. So, I need to move my 3 riders here so we can kill the egg. That's basically that's the basic plan. Killing the egg is the most important thing. Being able to siege the city that has a rider on it all the way back there is a little bonus.
So the goal was get that egg. The main goal was kill the egg. How can we do it? Oh my gosh, that's so great.
Yeah.
Here there's Zeb took the bazaar and helped on siege.
Right, so that's interesting in that they decided to give that city from Elyrion to Zebasi so Zebasi could get the monument.
Yeah, I mean, they lose 1 or 2 turns of income from this level 1 city. It's not really a big deal, and getting the bazaar is really good. 3 feet up.
I was already, again, advanced with my giant towards the central Ely city. I didn't know if they could unsiege that one this time.
Yeah. Our vision on them is pretty good at this point.
Here was nice. I think you pushed that kata.
Yeah.
So you can actually kill
this. Oh, that's lovely. I really like doing that. Yes. Doing a giant pop to push a catapult and then use it. That's so great. Very effective.
Yeah, I hate not having a turn of hitting something with the catapult. It just feels so inefficient otherwise.
I was thinking about getting a city wolf there in that city, but thankfully they couldn't unsiege that giant, so I took the central city, so I think we were actually even in this point. Zebasi started being scared here with all these giants.
So what was your plan for countering those giants?
I think we actually were thinking just suicide riders.
Well, it's going to take a while for them to get over.
You have catapults. Catapults can be effective if giants are slow.
Yeah, but catapults are too slow to get over to that side of the map too. Here I ignore sieging the city, so to set up another knight chain.
Yeah. You can see.
Okay,
I avoided.
Show us how you're setting up the knight chain for Vlad's knight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had another knight. They could see this one.
Oh, I want to note something else. This egg. Last turn, I moved it 2 over to this
We cannot see your mouse, but yeah.
That's okay. The forest with
We moved it
the animal.
west once.
Yeah,
East once.
to east. It's not
Nice.
like super critical to this game, but I thought it was like a nice little optimization.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. I managed to keep that siege. I was still one city short of bazaar, and that's our night.
Oh, look at that! That's beautiful. Whoa! Bye bye, Elyrian units. Oh my gosh, how many did you get? Like 5, 6,
Not
7?
too many, but it was still useful.
Yeah, so it's like I lose like 2 or 3 riders, but in exchange, it enables Vlad to take out, more of their riders, and my riders are damaged and theirs are not. So there's several reasons why you would do that.
Here I started playing defensively. I saw all those giants they had, and they took smithery, and that swords. I don't think it was a really good decision from them to start only taking swords. Knights would have been very useful as well, but that was their player choice, player taste.
Yeah, I'd be scared of those giants and the swordsmen coming from Zebasi.
That was the poly push for the egg.
Yeah, we saw that.
Let's see.
So that enables me to hit the polytaur, which is a better target than the other things.
Nice.
So I move my catapult to help unsiege Vlad later, because we expect this central city to be resieged.
I'm seeing a trend here of Palanq rescuing Vlad on sieging.
Yeah, well, he has the most vulnerable city on the map, so it makes sense. And also, I go before, so if I can unsiege first, then he doesn't lose the income.
Got it. Timing of the turns is important.
Yeah, I mean that's also why it makes more sense for him to get knights first before me, because I can do those setups for him.
They still took swords in all their cities.
Yeah, I think it's too many swords. I don't know.
It was really too much. Indeed, kept going for a few more turns as well.
Yeah.
They took chivalry. You could see.
You can say like, well, oh, here's my sword from before that I got from the ruin. Finally sieging.
Yeah, that was what I want to say. At the end of the turn 17, from their alley, we could see they took chivalry, but didn't afford.
Oh, okay, wait. Let's focus on this. There's somebody got diplomacy.
I got diplomacy this turn. There's a question between knights for me and diplomacy. Yeah, I mean, knights would also be useful for me. I think maybe Ely has too many defended warriors here, and I'm gonna have dragons anyway, and knights are like Vlad has knights anyway. If we get, I can. I think we were worried about your income. Does that sound?
I don't remember. I think yeah.
Well,
it was not a time when cloaks were conventional, very used.
Did you? It looks like you got an embassy, but you didn't have peace yet.
No, you got embassy and peace at the same time.
I don't remember. Did this siege hold with the?
Yeah, it did.
That swordsman from the border coming in handy.
Yeah.
Here I just suicided some riders again. Don't siege that. That mountain on my giant. Those giants and mountains were really defensive in that spot, both mine and his. Oh, and yeah, here you can see they siege me. I've set up to be able to unsiege that giant with no problem, but they had that knight up there. We didn't know about it. You see, they took climbing to be able to chain like this.
Look at that!
This was painful.
I think this is called retribution, or turnabout is fair play. They pulled a knight on you.
Here, when I saw this turn, I was definitely sure we could not unsiege that and that I'm losing that city, but I think Thomas helped And we actually managed to unsiege.
Yeah, I'd be really nervous at this point.
Thankfully, we did take their other city. So we were still even if they would have taken the central city. But we saw those free forms.
Yeah.
The free farms, so we expected them to push another giant.
Yeah. The 3 farms in this central city. So
thankfully we managed to unsiege.
Yeah, how did you do it? I'd be so nervous. You've got that central city Zebasi sieging you. You just had that Elyrian knight plow through. What are you going to do?
We'll see. We'll see. I wanted to note, like, my plan for these cloaks. So I start making these cloaks. The plan is eventually to hit this
Central city.
central city. It's like the only good target. And you know, if you spend 8 on the cloak, you steal 5. It's a net gain of 2 for your team. It's kind of okay, but it is a big investment. So I have like 24 stars worth of cloaks back here doing nothing. So I don't know if it's actually good, but
we went.
Yeah,
I was considering getting archery.
Honestly, it feels like a mistake to siege here because we can deal with it so easily.
They wasted the giant, yeah.
It'd be better just to heal or something. But I mean, I think at this point we've taken the 2 central cities and
we were in an advantage.
Yeah.
Well, you have the dragons. That was very effective to use your dragons to do like an area of attack.
Yeah, that's true. Right, and their Ely doesn't have any dragons because we killed their egg earlier.
The plan here was to take your dragons just to come and defend my side at that point. And you took that knight this turn.
Mm-hmm.
Small chain again.
Yeah, I remember I took Free Spirit on a different turn because it didn't slow down my rider production, my other unit production.
Here we started being very, very careful about the knights.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because you know they have knights, you have knights. Wait, so Palanq, you also are starting to get knights?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
This was a short turn for them. They couldn't do much with their knight, so they just got it closer.
The other thing I noticed...
something interesting.
Yeah, go ahead.
You can see right now you pushed that knight 1 tile so it can actually reach.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it otherwise could not reach.
That egg push was interesting.
Yeah, the dragons on your side of the map are really nice so that you can get away with not buying forestry or not buying mathematics. Because otherwise you can't kill all of these swords. But like dragons are pretty good against swords, I think. Okay.
The other thing you have going for you is you got those sanctuaries early in the back in a safe spot, and that really fueled your economy, so you could get all those dragons.
Yeah. And I'm continuing to make polytaurs on the turn before they attract new animals. So one thing you have to do to play optimally with sanctuaries is keep track of whether you built them on an odd or even turn, and then take polytaurs on the opposite turn so that you lose the least amount of income that you can.
And then
they had
regenerate.
A bunch of knights at this point.
Yeah, now it's looking much better for your side. I mean, Palanq's Elyrian is just moving in through with those dragons, and those swordsmen can't hold up. But look, so let's talk about the use of cloaks here, right? You caused a riot, got some... What happened here?
Yeah.
At this point, we expected this siege to hold.
Yeah.
They somehow managed to clear it with a knight. We didn't see how many knights they had since we didn't have vision on their top cities.
Yeah, I mean, the cloak here is a nice bonus. I think we win without them, though. The game is pretty in our advantage here. Anyway.
We have more cities at this point.
Right. We have the dragons. So You know, if it was a closer game, I think the cloaks would have been
Here you can
useful.
see
But
they actually set a chain for their own knight.
Oh, they did it the
Yeah.
same as you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they did the same, and this is how they managed to clear the siege.
They sacrificed their own side to clear the siege. Yep.
We really didn't expect them to be able to clear that.
The wall here with the knight is useful because otherwise they chain through it. But...
They got that wall there before. Remember, Vlad? You were like,
Yeah,
why
yeah.
did they get a wall? But you used it now.
Yeah, it's using the
The
dragon.
second cloak.
Yeah.
I think this one they couldn't unsiege actually.
If they had another knight, they could just plow through those. But they don't.
Yeah.
I think it was way too far for them this time. And they also were double sieged, so they were forced to use their own knights.
Yeah,
siege their own cities.
Yeah, this is the beginning
Yeah, I
of
mean,
the
honestly,
end.
if the daggers don't do anything whatsoever, it's kind of okay because you stole you steal the 5 stars, so it's still worth it. One thing I didn't mention is getting archery right before the cloak hits. It's just for the defense bonus. I never make any archers. I don't like archers. I never make them. I should probably learn to when to make archers, but
Yeah, so they have to use their knight to unsiege their own Elyrion. But yeah, it's over. It's over. There's no way they can come back from this. Well, this is a really interesting game. Is there anything you would have done differently? Vlad, you said there were some mistakes you thought you made.
The worst mistake was not getting that vision on that explorer in Ezulurk, or however you call that, in the very early game turns. My westernmost city. I should have taken an explorer over there. But yeah, this was the turn we actually managed to keep the siege on that Zebasi capital.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, very
So
early.
They resigned from here.
It was. I remember you
I think
said,
turn 5. Yeah,
said,
no, actually this turn, yeah.
Yeah.
Here I should have taken that explorer, or maybe waited to move that rider, that warrior from the westernmost city once south to be able to break the fog and push the explorer in the
because
right
if you'd got an explorer there, there's a chance it would have gone south and been useless.
Yeah.
So normally you want to control the direction of the explorer by clearing fog around your city, because the explorer will always go towards fog.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah.
Good point. So maybe you would have cleared out the fog and then gotten an explorer to get better vision.
Yeah. Here I already had this beautiful explorer up there, but I still needed something more.
Yeah. I don't know. It seemed to be okay, but
and your economy
I guess
needed
it cost you a rider because you I remember in a few turns you sacrificed.
I remember I had to sacrifice to get more vision.
Yeah.
But that was late actually. Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to say how it would have influenced our play in later turns if we had the vision.
Anything else you would have done differently in hindsight?
I think it was actually played pretty well. We were helped by some teammates as well, a lot of times.
Yeah, I might not have made the cloaks. I might have just made more knights, but
we were still in a pretty solid position at the point.
Yeah,
and we needed the embassy income.
Yeah.
I should have just avoided that turn 18 knight chain. It was funny because I checked earlier, and on all turns 12, 13, 14, 15, I avoided making chains on my troops, but on 18 I just forgot. It was funny because their ally had this plan for a long time. I saw they took Free Spirit on turn 16, Chivalry on 17, but they didn't afford the knight. And on 18 they took the knight, and they took the chain. They probably would have resigned then if the chain didn't work, but it did.
Yeah, I mean, it's all the way back here at the top, but we should expect it. Yeah.
One more tile of vision would have been really helpful.
Yeah.
All right.
But yeah, this is pretty much it.
Very good. Thanks so much for talking me through this and sharing it. I really appreciate it. I learned some things.
Yeah, no problem. It's fun to review the game.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe. It helps us a lot. For PolyChampions games with skilled players and expert commentary, click the links in the description. Join the PolyChampions Discord server. Ask questions there. Get on a team. The Discord link is also in the description. Take care. See you in the next one.